This video is for problem 11-6. We are calculating employees' gross pay and net pay and writing the journal entry that goes along with that. So we have an employee who worked 48 hours during the first week of March. They are paid $20 an hour for a 40-hour work week and time and a half for hours over 40. We're assuming their federal withholding rate is 12%, and their only payroll deductions are payroll taxes. So federal, Social Security, and Medicare. The employee's earnings to date are less than the Social Security wage base, so we don't have to worry about that. So we're going to calculate the pay, journalize the accrual, and write the journal entry for payday. So let's write all this out. So let's start with straight time, which is hours 0 to 40. So we have 40 hours at $20 per hour, which is 800. We also have overtime. So that's for those 8 hours over that. And it's 20 times 1.5, which is 25. No, which is 30. Sorry, guys. Half of 20 is 10. 10 plus 20 is 30. So $30 an hour times 8 is $240. So our total gross pay is $1,040. Remember, this number is before taxes. This is the number we're going to calculate tax on. So our federal was 12%. Social Security is 6.2. And Medicare is 1.45. The biggest thing here is not necessarily memorizing the percentages, because a lot of y'all probably know those already. The biggest mistake I see with students is when you put it in your calculator, you move the decimal some funky way and you mess up with your decimals. So don't do that. So in your calculator, you should be putting 1,040 times 0.12, which should give you $124.80. 1,040 times 0.062, which is 64.48. 1,040 times 0.0145, which is 1508. So all those added together is 204.36. And if we subtract 1,040 minus 204.36, this employee gets to bring home $835.64. Alright, so ignore this. I'm going to do the journal entry for 11-6 down here, so you can see what it looks like. So for the accrual, it's going to look like this. I'm going to try to label them. So this is, we know we're going to pay it, we just hadn't paid it yet. So we're going to hit wages expense. We looked at this back in chapter 3, but this time you're actually calculating the numbers. That's the only difference. The wage expense is for gross pay. And then we're going to have our taxes and our net pay. All of these go into liability accounts because they're things that we owe. So you're going to make sure that you add the word payable at the end of these. And you're not calculating anything new. We are using all of this information right here. Well, that too. We're going to have our part for Social Security. And our second part of FICA is Medicare. And then our very last line is for what we're actually going to pay to the employee. So this is for the net pay. So you need to make sure that your debits and credits do equal, that you've not made a math error. And then our journal entry on payday is pretty easy. We're going to reverse our wages payable because we don't owe it anymore. We're actually giving it to the employee. So you can think of this as the paycheck amount. And it's going to hit our bank account, so we're going to credit cash. That's all you got to do. It's in the video for 11-7.